Hours from now at 12:01 a.m., a major pillar of America's trade war strategy collapses. In a stunning turn of events, the United States will stop collecting billions of dollars in tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump. This after the Supreme Court of the United States ruled them unlawful. This is not just a policy tweak, it's a seismic shift in U.S. trade policy, with billions of dollars at stake. U.S. Customs and Border Protection has confirmed that tariff collections under the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act will officially cease at 12:01 a.m. local U.S. time Tuesday. Reports claim all related tariff codes will be deactivated, as the importers have been notified. The move comes days after the Supreme Court, in a 6-3 ruling, determined that Trump exceeded his authority by invoking emergency powers to impose sweeping import duties. The court held that IEEPA did not grant the president the power to impose such broad tariffs. The financial consequences could be enormous. Economists estimate more than $175 billion in tariff revenue could now be at risk of refunds. Until now, the invalidated tariffs were generating over $500 million a day. However, U.S. officials have not clarified whether businesses will be reimbursed for duties already paid. Importantly, this suspension applies only to tariffs imposed under IEEPA, which means other Trump trade measures regarding national security powers and unfair trade statutes remain untouched. The ruling affects tariffs targeting key Asian export economies, including China, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan, all central players in global manufacturing and technology supply chains. Markets are watching closely, so are America's trading partners. But the story doesn't end there. Within hours of the ruling, Trump unveiled a new global tariff, initially set at 10%, then quickly raised to 15%. This time, the administration is invoking Section 122 of U.S. trade law, a rarely used provision that allows temporary tariffs of up to 15% without immediate congressional approval. No president has ever used Section 122 before. Legal challenges are widely expected.
Since Liberation Day, there's about $175 billion in tariff revenue that is now in limbo. Do you have to refund $175 billion?
Think of it, Peter. Very fair question. They take months and months to write an opinion, and they don't even discuss that point. We've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars, not millions, hundreds of billions of dollars. And so I said, well, what happens to all the money that we took in? It wasn't discussed. Wouldn't you think they would have put one sentence in there saying that keep the money or don't keep the money, right? I guess it has to get litigated for the next 2 years. So they write this terrible, defective decision, totally defective. It's almost like not written by smart people. And what they do, they don't even talk about that. Your question is very basic. That was the first question I asked also to make you feel good. I said, what about all the money that we've taken in? Sir, they don't discuss that. How crazy is that?
What you're saying is, are you saying that you don't plan to honor refunds for companies that file for them?
I just told you the answer, right? I told you the answer. It's not discussed. We'll end up being in court for the next 5 years. Go ahead, Green.
Thank you, Mr. President. When you are talking about the relationship with countries that you have sought trade deals with, do you anticipate that they will seek to renegotiate those? What do you say to them? And do you view this as a potential undermining power for your negotiations?
We're going straight ahead with 10% straight across the board, which was the absolute right to do. And that's taking place. That's a lot of money coming into our country. And then during that period of about 5 months, we are doing the various investigations necessary to put fair tariffs or tariffs, period, on other countries. So we're doing that period, but we're immediately instituting the 10% provision, which we're allowed to do. And in the end, I think we'll take in more money than we've taken in before. Yeah. I just want to thank you all. Look, great certainty has been brought back to the economy of the United States and actually the economy of the world, because we generate so much in the world. We're the biggest in the world, and we're now the strongest by far. We were a country that was dead 1.5 years ago. Now we have the hottest country in the world. We're going to keep it that way. Thank you very much, everybody.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That is often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out data.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.